Hi everyone! Welcome back to English Fab, where learning English is practical, useful, and fab. Have you ever wanted to say that you don't want to do something but still need a polite way to express it? Many English learners struggle with phrases like be reluctant to because it describes hesitation, unwillingness, or resistance in different situations. Whether it's about making a decision, spending money, or following advice, this phrase helps you express your thoughts more naturally. In today's lesson, we'll explore the different ways to use be reluctant to and provide practical examples to help you sound more fluent in conversations. This lesson follows the grammar introduced on our English Fab website, so you can review key points anytime. If you find English difficult, don't worry. You can translate the subtitles into English and your own language like this. Check the description below for extra details. So let's get started. In this section, we'll go over 5 common ways to use be reluctant to, with clear explanations and examples. Let's get started. 1. Expressing unwillingness to do something. Use be reluctant to when someone simply does not want to take an action. Example: he is reluctant to wake up early on weekends. This means he does not want to wake up early because he prefers to sleep in. More examples: she's reluctant to go to the party because she doesn't know anyone there. They are reluctant to start a new project because they are already busy. If someone is unwilling to do something, be reluctant to is a great way to express it. 2. Hesitating due to doubt or fear. Use be reluctant to when someone is afraid of possible negative consequences. Example: she was reluctant to invest money in stocks because of market risks. This means she was unsure about investing because she was afraid of losing money. More examples: he is reluctant to try skydiving because it looks dangerous. They are reluctant to quit their jobs without another job lined up. If someone hesitates because they are afraid of a bad outcome, they are reluctant to act. 3. Avoiding a difficult or unpleasant task. Use be reluctant to when someone does not want to do something because it is hard, uncomfortable, or unpleasant. Example: they are reluctant to discuss personal matters with their boss. This means they feel uncomfortable sharing personal details in a professional setting. More examples: she was reluctant to apologize, even though she knew she was wrong. He is reluctant to talk about his past experiences. If someone avoids an action because it feels difficult or uncomfortable, be reluctant to is the perfect phrase. 4. Refusing to change or try something new. Use be reluctant to when someone resists change or refuses to try something different. Example: he is reluctant to switch to a new phone because he likes his old one. This means he prefers his current phone and does not want to upgrade. More examples: she is reluctant to move to a new city because she has lived in the same place for years. They were reluctant to try a new restaurant because they always go to the same one. If someone is resistant to change, they are reluctant to accept something new. 5. Showing resistance to following advice or instructions. Use be reluctant to when someone does not want to follow what others suggest. Example: she was reluctant to follow the doctor's advice about exercising daily. This means she did not want to start exercising even though the doctor recommended it. More examples: he is reluctant to take medicine because he doesn't like the taste. They are reluctant to listen to feedback about their work. If someone does not want to follow instructions or advice, be reluctant to is a useful phrase. Now that we've covered the different ways to use be reluctant to, let's go over some important tips to help you use it naturally and correctly in conversations. 1. Structure be plus reluctant to plus base verb. The verb after be reluctant to should always be in its base form, without ing or to before it. Correct: he is reluctant to start a conversation with strangers. Incorrect: he is reluctant to starting a conversation with strangers. More examples: she is reluctant to share personal details with others. They were reluctant to make a final decision. Always remember to use the base verb after be reluctant to. 2. Be reluctant to versus be hesitant to. Many learners wonder about the difference between be reluctant to and be hesitant to. Be reluctant to means someone is unwilling and likely to say no. Example: she is reluctant to attend the party because she dislikes social events. She does not want to go. Be hesitant to means someone feels unsure but is still considering the action. Example: he is hesitant to speak in class because he is a little shy. He might speak, but he is nervous. If someone strongly resists doing something, use be reluctant to. If they are unsure but might still do it, use be hesitant to. 3. Common mistakes and how to fix them. Here are some common mistakes English learners make with be reluctant to and how to correct them. Incorrect, they're reluctant to work overtime. Correct, they are reluctant to work overtime. Incorrect, he was reluctant to admit his mistake. Correct, he was reluctant to admit his mistake. Always remember, be reluctant to requires the verb be, am, is, are, was, were. Use to plus base verb, not just the verb alone. 4. How to remember be reluctant to. Think of reluctant as a way to express not wanting to do something. Use be reluctant to when talking about resistance, hesitation, or unwillingness. It is commonly used in work, personal, and financial situations. For example, instead of saying, I don't want to spend too much money, you can say, I am reluctant to spend too much money. This makes your response sound more polite and indirect. 5. Commonly used expressions with be reluctant to. Here are some popular expressions using be reluctant to that you can practice. Be reluctant to ask. She is reluctant to ask for help at work. Be reluctant to admit. He was reluctant to admit his mistake. Be reluctant to spend. They are reluctant to spend too much on shopping. Be reluctant to change. He is reluctant to change his routine. Be reluctant to try. She is reluctant to try spicy food. Try making your own sentences with be reluctant to reinforce your understanding. Great job. Now you know how to use be reluctant to express hesitation, unwillingness, or resistance in different situations. Whether it's about making a big decision, trying something new, or following advice, this phrase helps you communicate your feelings clearly and naturally. To improve even more, try making a few sentences using be reluctant to about yourself. What is something you are reluctant to do? Have you ever been reluctant to make a decision? Practicing these phrases will help you use them more naturally in conversations. Okay, thanks for watching today's lesson on English Fab. I hope you found these English tips useful and feel more confident. Remember, practice makes perfect, so try using these phrases in your daily conversations. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more Fab English lessons. Until next time, keep practicing and stay fab.